Hello, everyone, and welcome to Triple Threat, which is what we're calling this year's Iconicon game show, where our 4 contestants will compete in at least 3 competitions to determine who will take home this amazing trophy. Hold up the trophy so everyone can see it because it looks really cool.
Yeah, hold up my trophy.
Yeah, I want to get a closer look at it. I need to figure out where I'm going to put it back here.
So when I pick it up, I realise it's quite lightweight. So Melinda knows I've got to carry this all the way back to Australia.
So I'm Melinda, and I will be your host. So let's meet our competitors, shall we? So we've got last year's returning champion, Matt Swafford from Endless Bullets and Reclaimers Vintage Toys. How's it going, Matt?
It's going great. I'm feeling very champion-y today.
Really?
Yeah.
Feeling the championness?
Yeah, I've got my champion tracksuit on here. And,
great.
Vintage physicality kind of.
Yeah. Well, you are like Stallone and Rocky too this year around. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger, baby.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Indeed.
All right, and all the way from Australia, we have Tony from Analog Toys.
How is everyone today? Just want to point out that Matt cheated last year.
Yeah? Well, how are you feeling about it? Are you feeling pretty good? Do you have any strategies for...
Yeah, well, to distract Matt, I can very easily just run my hand up the inside. But, I'm just if it does come down to like 2 people having a draw, then I think we will just decide this by doing stuntman tequilas and who can do the most.
It'll be impressive.
You ever done a stuntman tequila?
No.
Okay. So you don't need to do a tequila.
But this early in the morning, I'm down to watch that happen.
You lick the salt, you drink the tequila.
Oh yeah.
And you snort the.
So a stuntman tequila is you snort the salt, you drink the tequila, and you squirt the lemon in your eye.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can get through 5 of them.
Wow.
But I'm blind.
I'll show up for the Monster Squad stream later and be like.
Over on the west coast of the United States, we have Ryan. How's it going, Ryan? Laserpants from 3POA podcast, as well as Infinity Equation. How's it going?
Yeah, hi. I am Ryan, aka Laserpants of the 3POA podcast. And I would just like to say that Matt cheated last year.
I don't know how he managed that, but anything's possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about today? You got like a thing you think you're going to be strongest at? 'Cause we have three completely different game shows crammed into one show. So
I just wish I had better competition. That's all. But
well, last year you won the Price is Right, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, nice.
Well, I actually won the whole thing, but Matt cheated. So
right. Okay. And last but certainly not least, we have Sal from 2 Cents Toys. How's it going, Sal?
Oh, hello everyone. I'm just happy to be here, and I think now is the time to come clean that I helped Matt cheat last year.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that must be how we
thing.
managed to do it. So it's always great to have help.
People are going to be like tagging that with graffiti, like Frodo lives. Like, Matt cheated.
Look, after 6 years on YouTube, I've learned that you don't need to have any truth behind any rumor. You just say it often enough, and everyone thinks it's true. So,
yep, absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's time to get started. Almost time to get started with our first game. But before we do, I want to remind everyone. I see that the folks who are in the chat are already donating to our charity this year. The proceeds from this stream, 100% will be given to Canines for Warriors, which is our Iconicon official charity this year. And so we do very much appreciate anything that you can give, even if it's just $1. All of those will go up, like I said, 100% directly to the charity. They'll never come to us, and YouTube does not take any portion of that. So it's a great cause. So please do that. All right.
I'll just real quickly add to that. So I wanted to donate $100 to it yesterday, and I learned very quickly that it won't accept credit cards from outside of the United States. So if you're international and you want to donate and it's not working on the app, you can just send the funds via PayPal to retroblasting@gmail.com, and we will forward it on at the end of the convention when we tally it all up. So
just be sure you put a little receipt tag that it's for that purpose, so that we know that was your intent.
Yeah, so we don't go
So I don't, you know,
Buy a Luke Skywalker.
buy cat
best
food
thing.
with it.
Part of it is you have to have a credit card from a country that actually exists.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
Australia.
Okay, so with no further ado, our very first game is very fun this year because we did a Family Feud style event where we reached out to all of you on Facebook and Patreon, and we gave you some survey questions, and we got your answers, and I tallied them up in a lovely Excel spreadsheet. And so those are going to comprise of the questions that we will have this year in our Fanboy Feud, as we're calling it. So as you can see, the game board is up and running. And so let's start with round one. All right. So the first survey question, 100 people essentially answered, and the top 8 answers are going to be on the board. If you had to assemble a team to fight Thanos, which MCU character would you be sure to include? So we're going to start with, hang on a second. I'm going to start and go alphabetically. We're going to start with Matt. You've got the board. So who would you put on your MCU? Or who do you think our patrons and followers on Facebook would anyway?
Yeah, my pick would be different, but I'm going to go with what I think everybody else picked. And I'm going to say Iron Man. Tony Stark, Iron Man. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Logic dictates.
Let me give that to Matt. All right. Next up, we've got Ryan.
I'll go with Captain America.
Captain America.
Oh my God.
Why am I at the end of the alphabet?
He's the weakest Avenger.
Sal, who do you think they picked?
I think they picked. I'm going to go with a dark horse and say Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Get used to that sound.
All right. And so once we get 3 X's, we're going to clear the board. So, Tony, it's your call.
My favorite superhero of all time, the Incredible Hulk.
Okay. Very well done. So, there we go. So, what do you think the difference would be, like if you're guessing for what you would pick versus what you think that the people are going to pick?
What do you?
I mean, like,
are you asking for my answer? Or
yeah.
like
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, as you're looking at this, are you sort of?
I'm
what's your
looking at the
strategy?
results, and I'm thinking people voted with their hearts, not their minds, because Iron Man's the smartest Avenger, and he's the one that figures out time travel, and
Yeah, but
and he gives Thanos a much better fight than the Hulk did.
whenever you have any kind of team up, though, you need a leader. So the first thing I was going to say was Captain America.
True.
Obviously, R comes before T, so Ryan got that opportunity, and I was like, Captain America is going to be the top. But when you think about it, he's probably one of the least favored characters to actually fight Thanos.
Right.
But the team needs a leader.
Did you guys see Endgame?
Yeah, but he had to have
Yeah.
Thor's hammer for that.
Okay.
Hey,
I needed
All right.
a gun to rob the bank yesterday, but
I figured there'd be more fans of the Thanos theory amongst our viewers, but I guess not.
I wasn't going to be the one to say that, but of course.
So, I mean,
All right. Matt, it's your turn.
It's my turn again?
It's your turn again.
I'm going to say Thor.
Thor.
Oh, looky there.
There you go. Which is funny because to me, Thor was the one who got robbed in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really do anything himself. Like, his hammer was used, but he himself was just kind of there.
Yeah, but he made me feel better about my physique.
I really think that was his only purpose in that movie, was to make lots of dudes feel better about their physique. I'm waiting for a female superhero to make all of us feel better about our physiques. But anyway, all right, Ryan, you're next up.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, survey says.
Lower than he should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
seriously. Here we go.
Oh, this is an interesting spread.
Isn't it?
I didn't think Thor would be so high. I don't know how Thor is above Hulk.
Sal, it's your call. What's the next one that you would pick?
Oh boy. The next one I would pick is not the one that I'm going to pick right now, but I'm going to say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay.
There it is.
Oh.
Wow, dodged a bullet. Thanks, Sal.
You're welcome.
Well, actually, now
Sal's
the
doing the
pressure's
Lord's work
on,
out
Tony,
there.
because if you miss this, then this round is over. So,
Make us proud.
what I guess we'll ask you later, but I'm interested to know what you would have picked, but don't say it yet, Sal.
I've got two in my head. On which one? Any, mini, money, mate. Black Panther.
Black. What was that noise? I just heard someone make.
That
a
was
noise.
Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, it looks like we're done with this particular round. So let me just show you the next.
I would have said Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Good one. Yep.
That's what I would have picked.
Captain Marvel
Oh, yeah, nobody thinks about her.
and
Deadpool. Oh,
I
God.
knew there would be an outlier in there.
I was gonna say Batman as my first pick. I knew there'd be at least one.
Batman is
Well,
actually the
there-
first one I
Batman.
thought of. I wasn't sure how clever, everyone would have been. Or
There was one vote for Batman.
Oh.
The person was being cute and put Batman for every answer. So I instantly deleted it just because.
And then we threw him
you
out
have
of
to
the
have at least more than one to make the board, like, because
Yeah.
you're taking the top answers, you're not putting all the answers. So all of those folks who put cutesy answers and you're the only one that put it, you just knocked yourself out of the running.
Way to waste your vote.
King Herrick, the greatest of all. I would have chosen an Ewok Wrangler.
Yeah, so okay, next up we will have round 2. So let's see what our next question is. If you could have any superpower, which one would you choose? Top 8 answers are on the board, and I think we ended with Tony. So Matt, it is back to you now.
I'm going to say invulnerability.
Vulnerability, that's a good one. And I wonder what the difference between invulnerability and invincibility is, but pretty much the same thing,
It's the same.
which is good.
Good.
Not bad, not bad. Doing pretty well there, Matt. Are you cheating?
I mean, I could be. I do have my phone out.
Okay. All right. Ryan, you're next. What superpower would you have?
flight.
Flight, survey says.
That's the white girl quesadilla answer right there. I thought about that one. I was like,
Ryan's getting all the luck here.
Yeah.
You didn't go with Captain America first. You didn't go with
Luckier.
Flight first.
I'm trying to figure out our audience and where their head's at, but I'm getting there. I'm getting a beat on it.
Okay, okay. Sal, you're next up. What superpower would you ask for?
I'm going to say telepathy/mind reading.
Telepathy/mind reading. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Sal wants to go back to bed and wake up and try this all over again.
So we are using golf rules, right?
We did have a little bit of that. Like, that's literally what I would have picked as well, but I think we only had like 2 votes for it.
Weird.
So it didn't make the board.
Okay.
I have
And-
expect one of these answers to be like grilled cheese sandwich making. Just
Okay.
to completely screw everything.
Tony.
I'm going to go with invisibility.
Invisibility. Okay. Survey says.
Good guess.
Let's give you those points.
That tracks. That tracks.
Well done. Matt,
Oh, what's left?
I think it tells
ooh,
you a lot about a person what they pick, don't you? Like what they
Yeah.
would pick.
super strength.
Super strength. Okay. I'm surprised that's not number 1, but anyway,
Yeah. Ah, look at that.
it's just gorgeous. All right, Ryan.
Super speed. I mean,
Super speed. Okay.
oh,
Just a little bit more.
Just
I can't see you right now, Ryan, but with these noises, like, are you wearing a diaper?
on my head.
I knew it.
All right, Sal, it's your turn again.
Oh boy,
You're on
going to
a
say-
golden streak, so let's keep
Hey.
it. Just kidding.
I'm just like right now. I'm flawless. I'm nothing if not consistent. Let's see. The superpower I want to say is not the same as I'm gonna say, so I will say super intelligence.
Okay. Survey says.
Oh man.
Super smart. I'm picking all the ones that aren't there. You guys just don't see that.
You get it. We did get a couple of people who said that, but I think it was just 2. No one wants to be smart. People just want to be strong.
Well, evidently they want to fly and run around naked without knowing. So
That's right. That's right.
So what did you say in the previous round, Sal? Telepathy and something? What was it?
yeah, telepathy / mind reading.
Mind reading. So is that the same as mind control?
No. Not really.
No.
Reading is different than controlling.
So mind control. I'm going to go with mind control.
Mind control. Okay. That's the end of the round.
I think you just wanted this round to be over.
So now you're saying Tony's cheating.
My next guess would have been telekinesis.
Well, let's see what's left on the board, shall we? We've got
Telepathy.
teleportation, healing and regeneration, and time travel and time manipulation.
That was my next one. No one said laser eyes.
I almost did.
I'm surprised you didn't say that, Ryan. I really
almost
am.
did.
Healing, regenerate. I didn't even think of that as a
I feel like-
superpower. Isn't that a Jedi mind trick now?
Well,
Thanks
isn't
to
that
Ray
kind of
Skywalker.
Well, that's part of
invulnerability, though?
like Wolverine's power.
Yeah, like Deadpool and like, but isn't that like invincibility? Because like you just heal.
See?
It's
Right.
sort of
What I was
Yeah.
gonna
No, but
say.
invincibility is you can't get hurt in the first place.
Right. What I was gonna say, which isn't on the board anyway, I was gonna say Batman and Iron Man's power, super rich.
Yeah,
right.
that does help.
Wealth.
All right, so
Incalculable wealth.
now I'm going to go through and ask some questions for some bonus points. All right, let's see. I'm going to start with Sal
Uh-oh.
since he has the lowest score.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. What for 100 bonus points? What type of tequila trick did Tony describe at the beginning of the show? What was the name of the trick?
He called them stuntman shots, I believe.
Yes, we will give you that.
I wouldn't. Something tequilas.
Well,
I'm competitive. That's all.
She
No
did give
offense,
away
Sal.
tequila in the clue though, so
I'm actually going to open up the next round because I need to be able to assign you guys the.
he still won't catch us.
There we go. I give Sal an extra
Doing great,
100
Sal.
points. All right. The next bonus question. Tony, what did Ryan claim that he did yesterday? Just a few seconds ago.
Ah,
Hey, Ryan, what did you do yesterday?
I literally just.
He got extreme prejudice on 4K.
Nope. He said he needed a gun to rob the bank yesterday.
Oh, I was going to say he was wearing a diaper yesterday, but I guess we all heard that wrong.
Matt doesn't really need any bonus points, so I'm going to give this one to you, Ryan. Ryan, what was Thor's purpose in Endgame, according to Tony?
That's easy.
oh. I wasn't listening to Tony like always.
I wasn't listening to you. That's why I couldn't answer my question.
What was Thor? What was his purpose in
What was
Endgame?
his purpose in Endgame, according to Tony?
To look good.
Tony, would you like to tell him?
No, to make all of us, to make me feel better about my physique.
That's right.
Because he had dad bod.
Because he was fat Thor.
He went from dad bod to god bod.
Yes. And I'd like to just say we have currently raised $151 for Iconicon's charity for Canines for Warriors. Thank you guys so much for doing that. All right, this should be our final round probably for this. So, and then we will switch over to the next game. So round 3. It didn't. Let's see. If you were in a horror movie, what is the most important rule you would follow in order to stay alive?
Does that mean I'm up?
That means you're up.
Oh, fun. Don't have sex.
Oh,
Don't have.
Yep. Mm.
You would think that would be number 1, right?
You would think, but
Ryan, you're next.
Don't run upstairs.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I know what.
Sal.
Oh boy. Well, I have a guy mowing the lawn next to me. I'm gonna say don't do drugs.
Say it again.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Stay in school, kids. Oh, Sal.
Whoever answers it needs to learn more horror movie tropes. There's one I want to say, but I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna be the guy to say it.
Tony. I mean, there's so many to choose from, depending on the type of horror movie.
Yeah. Don't get naked.
Well, that's going to be the same as I'm looping that in with don't have sex.
Okay. Don't drink alcohol.
I would loop that in with don't do drugs, which is what Sal just said.
Yeah, thank God, because it's
Do, 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 do.
to survive a horror movie.
Gonna need an answer.
Yeah,
And
run fast.
run fast. You got that in right in the wire. I'll let you have that. So let me just back that off. Run fast.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right, Matt.
I think I got this one. I think
Okay.
I got number 1.
Okay.
Don't say I'll be right back.
Don't say I'll be right back. Survey says
Well, at least it's there.
makes you start to wonder what number 1 is,
I
doesn't
know,
it?
right?
Ryan, you're up.
Don't split up.
Don't split up. Survey says.
Wow.
Nice, Ryan. Nice.
Thank you.
Very
Nicely
well
done, sir.
I don't even like horror movies. This is easy.
Sal.
Boy. Well, now we're into the nitty gritty, as it were. I'm
Mhm.
gonna say, Oh wait, does that count? Yeah, it does. Okay, son of a bitch. Let's say, don't leave the car. I guess.
Don't leave the car. That's not bad. Yeah, no. Nope.
Stay alive. Damn. I don't watch enough horror movies.
Well, on the plus side, if you get this wrong, then the round's over.
Yeah. Don't be related to a murderer.
Okay.
That's
So you're
that's not a
going
bad
to
guess.
the Friday the 13th part 1.
Well, Halloween, is his sister. Always his sister.
Oh, well, that one, yeah.
Oh, I've got a good guess. I hope that's on you.
All right. Don't be related to a murderer.
Ah!
Matt, would you like to just say your guess?
Don't go to camp.
No.
Oh,
No. All right. So to
That was
clear
a
the rest of the
tough
board.
category.
don't get a weapon or get a weapon.
Get a weapon.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
Destroy the head, double tap.
Yeah. Zombie movies.
Yeah.
I completely,
pretty.
Don't go there.
misconstrued. I thought it was like things you don't do to survive.
Yeah, I thought it was all don't.
I just
because
had
it was
to.
all don'ts.
I had to take the answers that were given, not
Huh.
All right.
Don't
so
investigate that noise. Isn't that kind of like going upstairs, downstairs? I don't know. Whatever. Semantics.
next time you can parse the weird answers. Like it took me about a couple of hours to go through the various and sundry ways people.
Jason
spell things.
Anderson's got one here, and I can't believe it's not up there. Don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
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 I don't think anybody said that.
Wow. Have you guys even seen horror movies?
All right. Well, at the end of this round, I'm going to have you, now that we're at the end of this round, I'm going to have you talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I put your current scores into my spreadsheet so that I can keep track of.
Yeah. How did Don't Fall Asleep not make that cut? Like, that's huge. I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't think of it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Don't wear a mask? Or what was the question? How do you survive a horror movie? Was that the initial question?
So do
stay
this,
away from
don't do
people wearing
this.
masks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Yeah, well, that's definitely true. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And now we're
Don't
going
wear
to move.
Ewok feet while running.
Yeah, Tim, if there are any great comments in the chat, if you want to pull them up on the board, I'm the next round is going to be a little bit different. So I am going to, it's going to be based on the British game show, Would I Lie to You? And for those of you who haven't seen the show, it's going to be a sort of slight modification on that. So what we're doing is I'm going to send a message to each individual person. We're going to go through a couple of rounds, and that person will get the message. They will read it out, and the other three panelists will ask them questions to determine whether they believe it's true or it's a lie.
I'm not very good at getting the message.
You're not very good at getting the message.
When someone drops a hint, I don't get the message.
Let's see.
I can
Well,
read a
hopefully you'll
Facebook
get
message, though.
you'll get my textbook or
Yeah.
my Facebook text message.
Textbook.
So
There's textbooks.
so they can ask questions, you can ask whatever questions, and then if you're able to convince everyone the opposite of the reality, so if it's actually a lie and you convince them all it's true, or vice versa, then you get the most points. You get 100 points for each person you convince the opposite is true. So all right, let's go with our first person. It's going to be Ryan. No, it's going to be Matt. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So Matt, I'm going to send you a message.
So while Melinda's doing that, I would just like to say, for those of you who've been following Retro Blasting for a long time and you're down here in the archive, Michael's got these two really nice theater seats in front of his TV, where he likes to watch his movies. And no one in this house can sit in that chair and not fall asleep in seconds.
Can confirm.
So whenever I need to, raise my energy levels and catch up, I'm just like, go sit in the magic seat.
It's true.
And sometimes you wake up and there'll be Michael next to you, and another time you'll wake up and Tim will be there.
It's like can't sleep.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's funny because Michael will be down here and it's his movie screening room. But yet, when he puts a movie on to screen it, it's just like instantly asleep.
Yep. I put in Anchorman the other night and the opening credits had not finished rolling. And
I looked over and Tony's like this.
And the next thing I know, I woke up, it was 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm in the Retro Blasting Archive. 4 a.m.
So you guys can all vouch. You have no idea what I'm going to send you, whether it's going to be a truth or a lie or a what.
That's correct, yeah.
Go ahead and read your thing, and then you guys will go around. We'll go around the room. So basically, it'll be Ryan will ask the first question, then Sal, then Tony, in order, so that we can keep those questions moving.
Okay.
Okay.
What I was sent is, when I was 5 years old, I had an APB put out on me because the whole town thought I had been kidnapped.
Ryan, what questions do you have for Matt about this?
What town was that in?
It was in, let's see, Moorhaven.
And what does APB stand for?
All Points Bulletin.
It's quick.
Sal, question?
So you thought you were kidnapped, so where were you really?
I was hiding under a tree.
Like a big tree or a little tree?
A very big tree.
Okay.
So, Matt, tell me why you ran away.
I was upset because I wasn't allowed to play with some of my friends in the neighborhood.
It's true.
You're just going straight to the answer.
It's true.
Do you guys have any more questions for Matt?
Why weren't you allowed to play with your friends in the neighborhood?
Because I had been unruly that week. I had done some things that my mother told me not to.
And under a tree, there was a cave under the tree in the roots, or under a tree?
It was a large tree, and it was kind of hollowed.
Can you be more specific about what you might have done? That was
was
so wrong?
Was there like a ring wraith on the road that made you hide under a tree? Because when you're saying under a tree, I'm thinking like no 5-year-old is that large that a big tree would like. I don't know. There's a size discrepancy here. You see what I'm saying?
There was something at a store that I wanted to buy, and I complained about it. My mom said no, and I kept asking, and she repeatedly said no. And so I was disobeying her, basically.
Yeah, and you caused a big scene because
I caused a
you're
scene.
Spoiled little.
I am a whiny little turd, yeah.
Who wanted his damn toys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how long were you under the tree for the cops to be notified and start a search party?
Oof. At 5 years old, time kind of stands still, but it was a long time. But if I had to guess, an hour? I'd say an hour.
So
I'm going to call BS on this one.
What did you do to occupy your time under the tree? I don't imagine a 5-year-old would just sit there like under the tree for an hour.
Well, it's in Florida, so it was pretty hot. So I was,
like,
just kind of soaking up the shade and, having some time for self-care.
Gotcha.
A big tree in Florida. What do you happen to know what kind of tree it was? A weeping willow, maybe?
I
Palm
don't.
tree.
I love
I don't
that.
remember.
I love that as the, imagery.
It was a banyan or something. I don't know. What am I, an arborist? I don't know.
I think the APB is true, but I think the story's a lie.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
Okay, so let's see. We're gonna say, let's see. I should have had my thing set up in advance. All right. So, Ryan, you're saying it's a lie.
Yes.
Sal, you're saying it's a lie. Tony,
100% true.
Okay. Matt, was it truth or was it lie?
It is true.
Wow.
All right, so you get 200 points for that little excursion.
You know, the weird thing is, Matt told this story. Like an APB is not a thing in England, but I was a bit older than 5, but I did exactly the same thing where I'd had, you know, a big argument with my parents and I ran away from home and I was like hiding in the woods and I was like, I'm never going back there. And you know, after several hours of darkness and me not returning home after dark, they called the police.
Tony didn't get the 200 points.
Better tell him.
You didn't get the 200 points. Matt got the 200 points
What?
for convincing you guys that.
He didn't convince me. I said it was true.
Yeah, he would have gotten 300 if you thought it was a lie.
Oh, that's how this works.
That is how this works. Yes.
So who's next, Ryan?
Ryan is next. So
Okay, Sal, Matt, we need to team up, form Voltron.
We need to confer.
We're about to fight Thanos, and I'm telling you, we don't need Deadpool for that.
Okay, Ryan, you have received your story. So go
wanna-
ahead and
I want to see him as he answers these questions.
here. I'm gonna move this guy over to the screen
okay.
so that you guys
I am-
can see it.
I am happy that I prevented you from another 100.
All right, Ryan.
Are you in cahoots with these guys?
All
You
right.
said like, I will let you touch the trophy. We just want to make sure Tony doesn't win.
No.
He's cheating again, Linda. You need to do something about this.
There's no alliances being made here.
Well, so all the
You guys can
Americans
make
wouldn't
all
gang
the-
up on the one Brit. I don't believe that to be true.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got lost alone in New York City when I was 3 years old.
Wow. 3 this time. Lots of little kids getting lost in various places.
What were you doing in New York City?
Visiting my family.
Getting caught between the moon and New York City.
Can you narrow down family, like grandparents, uncles, aunt, like who in your family lived in New York? You were 3, so this would have been what, like 2005?
I was visiting my aunt
Your aunt
and uncle.
and
What are their names?
Aunt and uncle.
Renee and Cheetah.
What are they in the League of Doom or what? Legion of Doom? My Uncle Solomon and
And Grundy.
Aunt Lex Luthor.
No wonder he ran away.
So how-
did you take an invisible jet to get there?
How did you get separated from your family exactly?
I was misbehaving, and
A lot of this going on.
I guess I was being annoying. So I was put in the
You didn't know the
hallway.
message, did you?
I
You
was
didn't get the message.
I was put in the hallway of the apartment with my rocking horse, and the elevator door opened, and I got on.
Rocking horse in 2004? No. Wait, so you were on a rocking horse and in a hallway, and then they put you on an elevator?
I just got on the elevator because it opened.
Did you ride the rocking horse onto the
I was just
elevator?
going to ask.
He had a real Kevin McAllister moment.
I don't remember because I was 3.
Hmm.
You guys-
Is your uncle's name Roger Mortis?
Sal, what do you think about this one?
There are things that I know about Ryan that make me think it's a lie, but I also think that you're saying certain things in the story to make me think it's a lie, which makes me think that might be true, because I think there might be a mind game going on here.
How long? I don't know if this has already been asked. How long were you missing, or how long were you
Lost.
Lost. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember. Maybe less than a day.
Did you get
I-
in trouble? I have to ask.
Yes.
Okay.
What was your punishment?
They left him in New York.
The only thing I remember is being yelled at in the corner of my aunt's apartment.
Were your parents in New York at the time, or you got left with your aunt?
Just my mom.
Was that your Aunt Cheetah?
No.
So it was Uncle Cheetah and Aunt Renee.
Yes.
Is Cheetah his legal name, or is it like a nickname? Like maybe he has like Cheeto dust on his fingers all the time or something?
Legal name.
Interesting.
All right. Well, so what is everyone thinking about this? Let's go. Sal, what are you going to say?
I think it's true.
Okay. Tony?
Well, Ryan, I love you, but I just do not believe you could, at the age of 3, could survive being lost. So it's a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have died.
Matt, what about you?
I also think it's a lie because at that age, being lost for an entire day with that many people around, I feel like human nature would take over, and somebody would be like, "Hey, little boy, what are you doing here by yourself in this elevator on your rocking chair or rocking horse?" So I'm going to call the Hall of Justice and get some superheroes.
BS.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a lie.
Okay. Well, Ryan, do you want to tell us whether it was true or a lie?
Everything I said was 100% true.
So what are your aunt and uncle's names again?
Well, you should have asked me how cheetah was spelled because he's Chinese and it's spelled Chida.
There you
Renee.
go.
Renee and cheetah.
Got it.
Okay.
Not
Got it.
cheetah. I said cheetah.
Oh.
And
So
I
where's
said I
that-
was lost. Hold on. I said I was lost less than a day, not a whole day.
We'll turn a phrase there. All right, I'm watching you.
Trixie. Okay.
False, Trixie.
All right.
Tricked us.
And then the sticky bandits found me. Oh, wait, no, that part I
Right.
made up.
I was just thinking that whole time. I'm like, he watched Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and he's just transposed.
Where's
A
that?
few
Where's that
characters.
rocking horse today?
I have no idea. It wasn't mine. It was probably my cousin's. Their oldest daughter.
All right. Next up is going to be Sal. So Sal, I've sent you your mission statement. Go ahead and read that to everyone, and let's get this show on the road.
This will come as a shock to no one. The one time I went to an open mic night at a comedy club, a psychiatrist in the audience thought my humor was so dark, they interrupted the show and offered to give me free counseling.
True.
What would possibly make you think that? Have I ever said or done anything to make you think my sense of humor would be dark?
All right. Tony, do you want to start off with the questions?
Can you just read that out one more time real quick, Sal?
Read it aloud? Okay. Ugh. All right. Said, one time I went to an open mic night at a comedy club, and a psychiatrist in the audience thought my humor was so dark they interrupted the show and offered to give me free counseling.
Who? What was the comedian that you were there to see?
It was an open mic night.
Oh, open mic. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the name of the bar or the club?
The club, it's not around anymore. It's called the Dive Bar because it's creatively named.
Hmm.
A little on the nose, admittedly, but
did anyone go with you?
No, not with me personally. People were there to see me, but I think it was more of a coincidence. I don't have friends, you know that.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh God, it's in my early 20s. So like 20. It was like right after college. So I was like 21, 22.
What city and state did it happen in?
It was in. I really don't want to say that.
Okay.
But it was in my college town. Without revealing too much,
Yeah.
it's a very small town and a very obscure state.
So you actually got up on the stage and were performing a comedy act.
Yeah, I bombed, by the way. I don't know if that matters or not. Apparently, people like a little cream in their coffee. I don't know. I take mine dark. So,
what did you do to summon the courage to get up on the stage? You know, were you drunk?
Well, I had some of the old liquid courage. This is pre 2018, obviously. So that probably was part of it. Like, as one does when they drink, they think they're doing a lot better than they really are. So,
do you remember any of the jokes you told?
Don't get us demonetized.
Yeah, I should probably steer away from that one. Yeah, I don't want to.
Can you give us a vague overview of one?
I can hazard a guess. I've been listening to them all weekend.
Right, I'm not sure that we would need like a disclaimer before the video starts and all that. So it was stuff that I would find hilarious, but most people would just be, "Oh my god!" So if it was enough for someone to interrupt my act and be like, "Listen, you need help. Let me help you."
When the person interrupted you, was it heckling you, or did they like, how did they do it?
At first, I thought they were just interrupting me. Like, I thought, the guy doesn't think it's funny or something. I was like, you can come up here and tell the jokes if you want. And that's when he came up here and gave me the card, and it was like, so-and-so. And I was like, oh, he's like, you need help. Like,
so he handed you a card?
Business card, yeah.
And then what did you say in response to that?
I told him to come see me after my set, which was right then. So I was removed from the stage shortly after that.
You were removed? Oh, so they like came up and got you off the stage?
They had a long hook, and
they had the hook, and they started to play the music and the crickets and all that. And
was there like a proper stage?
As proper as one can be. Like, if I had to wager a guess, it was probably like press board on top of milk crates with like a tablecloth on it, because it didn't feel very stable to me. But
like your humor,
pretty much.
Was it just a beer place, or was it full liquor bar?
Well, God, I'm trying not to give too much away about where I'm from, but we'll just say that even if it was a full liquor bar, no one could afford it. So there was a lot of amber wheat being drunk.
All right, guys. So do you think it's true, or do you think it's a lie?
Lie.
Okay. Tony?
I think it's true.
Okay. Matt?
I also think it's true.
My biggest question is, why would a psychiatrist be at a dive bar like that? I say it's not true.
Some people like to slum it,
Yeah,
there's not a lot of options, so it's either that or at home. So
I'm gonna go with lie.
You're gonna go with lie?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Ryan as lie, Tony and Matt as true. Sal, would you like to tell us whether that story was true or a lie?
It was 100% grade A baloney.
I'd like to thank Michael French for coming up with that lie, which I thought was just perfect. All right. And now, last but not least, I'm going to send Tony a little message. Let me grab my screen back over here. Doop, doop, doop.
I have an anecdote about a rocking horse. How much time do I have?
Not very long. 'cause
Okay, I will save it. I will share
So-
this.
I'll have you
rocking
share it
horse
when you're
story.
finished
Yeah,
with this.
yeah.
That would be perfect. So I just sent you your story, and you can go ahead and tell it whenever you're ready.
While we were on training maneuvers in the English countryside with the SAS, we interrupted a couple of people having sex.
Matt, would you like to begin the questioning?
Can you describe the people?
Was it as vanilla as I imagine it was?
Say that again, Sal?
Was it as vanilla as I imagine?
Not exactly. No, I would not call this vanilla. And to answer your question, mid-20s, two males.
What position?
Oh, jeez.
You don't have to get too graphic.
I mean, it is. It
Tony,
is like
do you have time to draw us a picture?
I'm not drawing you a picture. I'm not
Yep.
drawing you a picture, no.
but...
Were they outside in the?
Yeah, they were out. So there was only two people having sex, but there was a lot more people around. It was a.
Were they like watching, like clapping?
What year was this? Well, at least two people were clapping that.
Oh,
What year?
What year? I can't remember exactly, but like 04, 05.
Yeah, what time of year it
around
was?
there.
So the people that were around, were they what were those people doing?
It was a bachelor party.
Okay.
it
They had
was
gone-
a bachelor party.
They had gone camping in the woods.
For a bachelor party.
Yeah.
Is that a thing they do in Britain?
Well,
I knew a guy that did that.
They go camping. They take coolers full of beer and
Yeah.
Okay.
fancy dress and
Oh, it
And
was
they
one
told
of
you
those
all
fancy
this?
dress.
They told you all this when you found them. They said, "Oh, we're camping. It's a bachelor party." And you're like, "Cool story." All right.
And you're like, oh, okay, we're not going to shoot you then.
Yeah.
they didn't need to tell us much.
They told you it was a bachelor party.
How many other men were?
They
were with
didn't
you?
tell me it was a bachelor party.
You're just assuming.
No.
Were
Tony's
there
not gonna tell
decorations
you.
or something? Like what led you to believe that it was a bachelor party if they didn't tell you?
Do I have to answer all these questions?
Yes.
I mean, this is the name of the game. I had to talk about hiding in a tree.
Now, can you repeat,
It's only fair.
can you repeat part of your statement? Did you say it was during selection or you're just during a training movement?
Master Son says, so how did Retroblasting get demonetized? Well, they drew a picture.
Did you know them?
No.
King Eric wants to know if you separated the participants.
No. Just kept walking by.
You stopped.
So you didn't
watch.
approach them. You just saw it happening, and then you guys kept going about your business.
Yeah, we were on a speed march.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So again, was this training or selection?
05, I'd passed selection by then. We were
Okay.
we were on maneuver. So we were doing a speed march with backpacks. And we came past like a rest stop car park. very early in the morning, and there's some kind of a party.
Some kind of a party indeed.
Yeah.
How early in the morning? Was it dark or was it
Like just after dawn, so for first light, I'd say.
Okay. So they had been up all night partying, and this was kind of the they were finishing, they were climaxing the party.
Yeah.
Well, at least one of them was anyway.
Oh,
It was the big finish of the party, is what we're saying.
We're not with a bank, you see.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mom.
So look, right. So I don't. At the time, I didn't know it was a bachelor party. We're in a big group. We come running down this hill, backpacks. So we'd been away for about a week, and it was the final morning. We had to basically get back to the trucks, the set time, and then we're going back to London, clean our weapons, weekend off kind of thing. We come running down this hill. There's the car park, and a big group of guys, and they're all like, when I say fancy dress, like a lot of them are dressed like women and stuff like that. And and there's a couple of guys having more fun than the rest of the people at the party.
Okay.
And we don't bat an eyelid. We just keep going past. We make it to the trucks. We get on the trucks. We go back to London.
Were you allowed to talk about this with anyone after the fact, or was it secret because it was on maneuvers?
Oh, we were talking to each other about it, but I didn't have any other
didn't-
friends outside of the regiment.
You didn't have to debrief on what happened
That was already happening. The debriefing was already over.
with whoever when you got like done with maneuvers. Did you have to put that in any kind of like? Did you have to report that?
Oh, we just laughed and joked about it in the truck on the way back to London.
Okay.
So the whole thing where the bachelor party part comes from is this was I think a Thursday or Friday. Monday morning, like, do you know what the Sun newspaper is? It's like the shittiest tabloid rag in England. There's a picture of these drunk guys in drag in the Sun with a headline, "We were ambushed by the SAS during our bachelor party." I have cut out this article and it is inside my big SAS photo albums I've got at home, because the way these guys tell the story, like, we didn't even have camouflage face paint on. But you read this article in the Sun, it's a tabloid newspaper. And these guys are like, we're having this bachelor, we're going camping for a bachelor party at this camp. And all of a sudden, these all camouflage guys with grass in their helmets come out with machine gun, and we ambush them and they all froze. And that's where that whole
the article
party thing
actually says the SAS.
Yeah, SAS ambushed our bachelor party in Wales.
How would they know that you're SAS?
Because of that particular training
they had
area.
grass on
Like,
their
that's where the
heads.
SAS train.
Okay.
So I'm assuming these guys have come back from the bachelor party, and they're like, "Hey, we might be able to make £500 or something selling this story to the Sun newspaper." So,
I
All right.
I don't know if I believe that. I think they would have just said army dudes.
I'm going to say it's a lie.
I'm going to say that's a lie.
Yeah, lie.
You know why?
why?
'Cause your story said England, you just said Wales.
Well, Tony, do you want to tell them whether it was true or a lie?
Every single thing I just said was true, except for the two dudes having sex.
So it was a lie. So
So it
no
was just a
points that
bachelor
round.
I have a newspaper article from the Sun about this.
Nice.
It was a bunch of drunk dudes, so yeah.
Nice. Well, so Tony, you can share your rocking horse story now if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
Or
okay.
I've got in a moment I will go ahead and show the
So are
screen.
we doing a total score, or are we doing it game by game?
You're doing a total score.
Okay.
Although this does it game by game. So I'm tallying up your scores from each on my spreadsheet over here.
Is
right.
that pronounced potpourri
Potpourri.
or potpourri?
Potpourri.
Yeah, so I'm going to go
Potpourri?
ahead and since these guys can
Potpourri.
see it, I want everyone to be able to see it. So now we're going to move on to our last round. Since we are at the hour, we've got 30 minutes left. So our last round of questions are going to be a Jeopardy style game. and completely distinct for legal purposes, not Jeopardy, but it's Iconicon Purdy. So our categories are British musicians, Iconicon, toy fads, superheroes, action men and women, and potpourri, which is sort of just a blend of a variety of different things. So I believe, Matt, you are once again up. And
I'm going to take action men and women for 500.
In 1988, Roddy Piper starred in the classic John Carpenter movie They Live, but named the other lesser-known movie he starred in that came out that same year.
That would be Hell Comes to Frogtown, where he played the character Sam Hell.
That's right. Well done.
I'm
Well
convinced that Michael French is talking to you from one of those and he's round there Googling this. Michael, what deal has he struck with you? I will double it, sir.
Here, I'll prove it to you. It also starred Sondal Bergman, and
Yes, it did.
and the frog bad guy in it does the dance of the three snakes to allure her.
Yes. And he has a locked thing around his junk because he's one of the few potent men left on Earth, and so
Yeah.
he's very.
He has
It's
to
such
do all
it's
the
such a male fantasy. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's pretty fun. All right. Well, next up is Ryan. Where would you like to go on the board?
Superheroes for 500.
Wow, we're just going straight for the big bucks.
Mhm.
What was the original roster of the Avengers? And now this is going to this category is comic books, so not movies. Think comic books. So what
Well,
was
the very first
original-
rendition of the
very
Avengers was
first-
the comic. So
Yes, exactly. I just wanted to make that very clear so that it wasn't like people thinking the MCU.
Ant-Man,
Okay.
Iron Man,
Okay.
Thor,
You got two more.
Hawkeye, Hulk.
So close. So close.
You forgot about
Wasp.
Janet Van Dyne, the
Yeah,
Wasp.
Yeah.
Delete Hawkeye, add Wasp, and I'm
Hawkeye,
not
yeah.
a comic book guy.
I was thinking of that cover too with Iron Man in the gold armor.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to come up with all five, but that's why it was a 500 pointer.
Yep.
All right, Sal, you're next.
I'm gonna go with Iconicon for 200.
Okay. So this is related to the 90s movie soundtracks panel. So what 1992 film generated the best-selling movie soundtrack of all time?
That's a good question.
Thanks. I made it up myself.
Let's see. 1992 best-selling movie soundtrack of all time.
I know this one.
All right. Well, I do not. So I'm gonna say
It doesn't help you, though.
Yeah, doesn't help me at all. So I'm gonna say Slick Willy and the Bends.
No.
Is that a movie?
It is. No,
The Bodyguard.
it's The Bodyguard.
And
And
Yeah.
that movie is the reason why I was a close personal protection officer and I never used the term bodyguard. Because I ain't Kevin Costner and Major General Mike Jones did not look like Whitney Houston.
All right, Tony, you're up.
Well, so I don't really know what this category is all about, but since Gracie says that my farts smell like potpourri, I'll take potpourri for 300, please.
Okay. Well, that's actually a really nice compliment.
Mhm.
Oh, she doesn't say that. I say that to her, and she's like, no, they don't.
What international ad campaign starred a future Buffy the Vampire Slayer alum in an ongoing soap opera romance that spanned years and even spawned a novelization?
Good Lord.
Whoa.
Oh, you'll know it when you see it. So, television ads.
Mm-hmm. That probably won't air in Australia.
They were pretty
Mm,
popular. They definitely were in England.
So who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Are we talking the movie or the
We're
TV
talking
show?
the TV show.
So Sarah Michelle Gellar. I don't know anyone else who was in that. Was that little redhead chick who went to band camp one time? Was she in it?
She was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, yes.
Is that your final answer, little redheaded chick?
The little redheaded girl.
You know, the one with the flute.
Flute girl. Final answer.
I have
Lots
no
of
clue.
lots of people in the chat know it, so it makes me feel better about how hard the question is.
I have no clue. I pass.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show the answer. It's
Didn't get that right.
Taster's Choice. No, I know it won't let me do it any other way. Taster's Choice / Gold Blend is what it's called in England.
Oh, I remember that commercial.
They had it was Giles. This is Giles from Buffy, and a lady, and they had 11 or 17 different little ongoing ads. They sort of wrote it like an ongoing soap opera. And
Did that air here
people
too?
are absolutely Taster's Choice.
Okay. Yeah, they had this a fair thing going on or something.
They meet in the store, I think, and then he shows up at a dinner party and she's there and they're like,
ooh. Yeah.
and then their hands sort of touch when they're reaching for the coffee. Stop.
Who's playing crickets in my ear?
Ryan. All right. Matt, you're up.
I'm going to go action men and women for 400. I'm going to go back to the well.
Oh, sorry. I did 100. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I guess I have to do that one. Sorry, Matt.
No.
I apologize. Which action star is responsible for making Humvees available to regular people?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is correct. Yep. Good old Arnie made the Hummer a thing for regular people, which...
The Hummer?
Yeah.
Where I come from, the Hummer is not a Humvee.
I know, and it's
you
not
give
here
someone
either.
a Hummer.
That's true. Same here, but they also...
We should have done this game show after dark.
And that's why Arnold is saying thumbs up. But anyway,
Great Hummer.
Can we just transpose the one I wanted with the one I got, or
yeah, you just got the points for that.
Okay.
I mean, so I screwed up and I apologize, but you're still strongly in the lead, so I don't think it's hurting you at all.
Right, but I would have 1,000. I'm just throwing that out there.
Do you need it? Really?
Ryan, it's your turn.
Competition is stiff this year, so
next year I'm taking my bat and ball and I'm going home. I'm not even competing.
Toy Fads 500.
Toy Fads for 500. I'm going to click the right one this time. What businessman is known for inventing Cabbage Patch Kid dolls, but likely adopted the idea from a fellow toy designer named Martha Thomas, who settled a lawsuit out of court in 1984?
Is that me? No.
No, that's right.
I was about to say, I know this one because I listen to Dreamland podcast.
That's right.
Yep, me too.
I bet you had a Cabbage Patch Kids, didn't you, Ryan?
No.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
You didn't play with it on
That's
your
why
rocking
he
horse?
was lost for almost a day. Because people, it was just a Cabbage Patch Kid. And they walked past. No one thought to help.
I don't know. Businessman Donald Trump.
We're gonna say no, but let me.
Xavier Roberts.
Yes, it's Xavier Roberts, and I don't know why it keeps doing that because you didn't get the points, but clear. Okay,
Man,
go
these
back.
questions are hard.
Well, you guys are picking the hard ones. You're not starting with the easy ones like you're supposed to. So
Everybody's going big.
All right, Sal, you're up.
I would do Toy Feds for 200.
Which war saw the use of slinkies for mobile radio antennas?
Oh, I'm going to say World War II.
So close, but no, it was actually while they were invented during World War II.
Korea.
It was the Vietnam War.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, they actually had them packed up and sent over to sort of use as antennas.
Yeah, I figured the toy application came second, so well, I guess World War II.
Right.
What category was that question in?
Toy fads.
Okay.
Slinky is a toy fad.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
It's now your turn.
I will take superheroes for 300, please.
Okay. Superheroes. Who was Peter Parker's first girlfriend?
Gwen Stacy.
Nope. It's actually Betty Brant.
Who worked at the Daily Bugle.
The Amazing Spider-Man #4. And I'm going to say thank you very much to Mike Alonso from the Clobberin' Times show for helping me with these, because there is absolutely no way that I would have known that or been able to even write that question or any of these categories questions.
I was like, just trust my luck to get the Spider-Man question. Like the superhero I don't like.
Is this really true? Matt is the only one to have gotten points? Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's back to you, Matt.
I'll take Action Men and Women for 400.
Action
just so that
Men
we
and
can
Women for
make
400.
sure that
I'm
I
going
get
to
this one.
click it. Okay. In Lethal Weapon, Murtaugh complains that he's getting too old for this stuff. But how old was Danny Glover at that time?
He was playing a 50-year-old.
Correct.
And he was 37. So close, though.
According to the internet, he was actually 40.
Okay, yeah. I knew he was a lot younger than 50, but yeah. Okay. Acceptable.
Ryan, you're up.
Potpourri 500.
Okay. What was the first computer mouse made out of?
Actual mice.
It
What
was
it
very
made out
difficult.
of?
Yes, what was it made out of?
What sort of material?
What material was it formed out of?
Electronics.
Is that your final answer?
Can I have a crack?
No,
Marble.
I actually know this. It's wood.
Correct. It is wood.
Wood.
Are you Googling that shit there?
No, I went to school for computers and stuff.
Woodworking.
Just look at how weird it looks. Anyway.
Ryan went to school for wooden mouse making.
And that's why he's here today. All right, Sal, you're up.
Let's take a crack at British musicians for 100.
Okay.
See what this category is all about.
What Canadian singer started on You Can't Do That on Television before her 1995 hit single, which featured guitarist Dave Navarro and bassist Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh boy. Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
Good
Good old
job.
Alanis. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Tony, you're up.
I will take superheroes for 200, please.
Superheroes for 200. Originally, what was the name of the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents in the comics? Of course, that's changed in all the various retellings in the films, but...
Joe Chill.
Correct.
Very nice.
Well done.
I
kept
God,
thinking-
it's not a Spider-Man question.
I kept thinking Joe Cool, and I was like, no, that was Snoopy's alias.
It's my age.
Hello.
All right, Matt.
I'm going to go superheroes for 100.
Superheroes
Mix
for
things up a
100.
little bit.
What superhero group was started by Doctor Strange?
The Defenders.
Yes, the Defenders.
No jokes, just the Defenders.
Marvel feature number 1. All right. Ryan, you're up.
I'll do superheroes for 400.
Wow. Popular category. What Kryptonian city does Superman keep in a bottle?
Candor.
Well done.
What?
Yep.
That's right. Nice.
I admire
my
your-
friends are nerds.
I admire your candor there, Ryan.
Sal.
Bottled City of Candor. It came with an action figure I have, Tony. Come on, it's easy.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Mike Alonso assured me that these questions were easy, and I was like, I don't know about that. But anyway, yeah, great. Awesome.
Okay, next year, Bob Breakin is going to write Palatoy questions,
I
and I'm
asked.
competing again.
Let me just go ahead and say, I asked Michael to write me a bunch of toy collector questions to have a whole category for that. Unfortunately, Michael was very busy doing other things. So I made up the toy questions as well as the Iconicon questions. But you guys, there are a variety of things on the board. And we have 15 minutes or so left. So we may or may not finish this board. So just keep your eyes on that. So I believe, Sal, it's your turn.
I'll go with Toy Feds for 400.
Toy Feds for 400. Beanie Babies became highly sought after due to the marketing strategies of this creator, including limited supply and retiring characters.
That's
Bobby Valor.
right. No,
I would accept either the man's name or the name of the company because they're essentially the same thing. So
yeah. The only thing I can think of is Ty.
that's correct.
Ty Warner, is that his
Ty
name?
Warner, yeah.
That's what I
Mhm.
thought.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yep. Ty. All
Who
right.
are you people? I will take Action Men and Women. Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I
Uh-huh.
was just jumping in there.
No.
Just go
Action
for
Men
it.
and Women for 300, please.
Okay, 300. In the movie Cobra, what is Stallone's character's first and last name?
Marion Cobretti.
Oh, that was such an easy question.
Layup.
Now I've got to. There we go. Well done. I just wanted a lovely picture of Stallone on the.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Matt, back to you.
Action Men and Women for 200. Let's close that one out.
Who starred alongside Jackie Chan in Police Story 3, also known as Super Cop in the U.S.?
Richard Pryor.
I wish.
Who starred alongside him? There were a lot of people in that movie. I don't know.
It is Michelle Yeoh.
Okay.
Sorry. There we go. Ryan.
Let's do.
Come on, Ryan. Let's get this going. I need some points.
Let's do Potpourri 400.
Potpourri for 400. What dance fad named after one of the band's daughters stayed on the Hot 100 charts for a record-setting 60 weeks?
The Macarena.
Yes, the Macarena.
I don't even know any of you.
It's like I don't even know who you are.
Macarena means woman of the night. He named his daughter that?
Yes.
Hey, hooker, get over here.
Sal.
I thought it was a pasta dish.
Sal.
Prostitute, it's time for dinner.
I'll do Toy Feds for 300.
What collectible was initially conceived in the mid-70s as a joke, but went on to make its creator, Gary Dahl, millions?
I'll say the wrong answer and go with Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes, Pet
Pet
Rocks.
Rock. Yeah.
Pet Rocks. Yep.
I will take British museums. Museums.
Museums, yeah.
Musicians.
Yeah,
For
400.
400. Okay. Which NXS song was written about Kylie Minogue?
Oh, bastard. I'm in a precarious position here
I
because
know.
I want the points, but I also don't want Michael to look at me. That I know that look he's going to give me.
Michael was even a little bit like wanting to double check when I was like, Michael, is this true? And he was like, I think so. Let me look.
Never Tear Us Apart. Yeah, that was a wild guess.
It's actually Suicide Blonde.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hi, Kylie.
Yeah. She had like super short hair and it was dyed as the color was called Suicide Blonde, that they had dyed it for some sort of project she was working on at the time. Matt, back to you.
I'm going to take...
It's an Australian question, yes, but that's why it's called British musicians.
I'm going to take Iconicon for 500.
So from the Highlander 2 upcoming panel, what is the name of the planet the Highlander came from according to Highlander 2?
In Highlander 2, he's from outer space.
Yes.
Jeez, I can't wait to see this video of comrades.
I know this.
I know you do.
The wrong answer keeps hitting me in the head, and I'm like trying to get rid of it.
TikTok. Say what one more time?
I gotta say, Ryan is really. Gotta have an answer.
Zion.
Close, but no cigar.
I can't see the answer.
Zeist.
Oh, God.
Zeist. Yes. All right. We're going to go one more time through, and then I'm going to ask you guys. Let me go ahead and ask you guys a couple bonus questions here because I've got. We're not going to ask Ryan any bonus questions because he's in the lead right now. So let's see if we've got.
Are you asking the bonus questions now, or are we going to finish going through?
I want to ask a
Because
question
Matt's had
now.
one more go than everyone else. At this point.
Yeah, no, I'm going to
Okay.
keep going after this. So just really quickly, I'm going to ask Sal, what newspaper told the story of Tony's abusive behavior to those poor guys?
That would be The Sun.
Yes. So I'm going to give you an extra $100, 100 points. And
You said dollars.
I said dollars. I did.
No
And
takesies, backsies.
all right, just I'm gonna go back through and ask some more later, but let's go back to the board. It's whose turn is it?
Ryan.
Ryan.
I will do toy fads
For
300.
did we already did this one?
Oh,
We did.
that wasn't
And it was a miss. So let me just go
I
over
mean, I'll
here.
take the points anyway. We're just going to throw them out.
I don't know why it's not registering as done, but okay. Do you want toy fads for 100, or would you like a different category?
Yeah, let's go British musicians for 300.
Okay. Which band released the album Hysteria in 1987?
Def Leppard.
Yes.
Easy.
Step inside. Walk this way.
You and me, babe. Hey,
Hey.
hey. Hey. All right, Sal,
Yes, ma'am.
you're up.
Oh, the continent or me?
You are up.
I'll go with toy fads for 100.
What 1998 toy fad was the first successfully domestically aimed robot toy?
Oh. Ryan's nodding his head because he probably remembers. God, it was the thing with the tray, right? And the remote. It was like My Pet Robot or Robot Roy or something like that. I'm gonna
I
say,
can't tell you.
yeah, I'm gonna say Robot Roy.
No, unfortunately,
Furby.
it was the Furbies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Furbies. I don't know why this particular number 300 under toy fads won't go away, but
I'll take Iconicon for 400, please.
okay.
Oh.
Spider-Man again, Tony. What was the name of the comic in which Spider-Man made his original appearance?
Come on, Tony.
Even I know this one.
Amazing Fantasy, issue 15.
Wow.
Good job.
Well done. I thought that was really hard, but okay, we only have 4 minutes left, so I'm kind of thinking we probably don't have time to go through another round unless we want to do a lightning round and just go through really quickly. You only have a very short period of time.
Let's
so
do that. That keeps it
Matt,
fair.
quickly.
British musicians, 500.
Name Tears for Fear's second album, which included the hits "Shout" and "Everybody Wants to Rule the World."
If you don't know it, I'm stealing it.
You can't.
This is not rapid fire.
No idea. No idea.
Yes, it's "Songs from the Big Chair" is correct.
That comes from a line from what was her name? Phyllis or Sybil, I think it was.
Okay, lightning,
Go.
Let's go.
Ryan.
Iconicon 300.
Which 80s action movie's crew of villains includes Alexander Godunov, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, a Bolshoi ballet dancer who was friends with Baryshnikov?
I don't know.
The Die Hard villains.
Die Hard.
It 100% is Die Hard, Tony. And look at this gorgeous picture of Carl as a ballet dancer. Look at him. Isn't he just stunning?
Look at that cod piece.
I mean, anyway.
Nice wiener, Carl.
Sal.
Watched that not that long ago.
I'll do British musicians for 200.
Which film did the band Duran Duran take their name from?
I have no idea. I'm going to say Duran Electric Boogaloo.
Barbarella.
Matt is accurate. It is Barbarella.
Matt, you and I should have swapped. So
I know. I picked all the wrong questions after the first two.
And
Potpourri for 200.
okay, last question. What does VHS stand for?
Video. God.
Do you know it, April?
The V's video, the S's system. Pass.
Anybody else want to take a guess?
Video home system.
That is accurate. It is video home system.
This was one of our trivia questions we had to ask like 2 weeks ago.
All right. Well, talk amongst yourselves while I tabulate the results, please.
Tabulate. So, the Rocking Horse story, right? I don't know how many people have actually noticed, because sometimes people who've known me for 10 years, one day will see me, if I've been working really hard and I'm all hot and sweaty, all of a sudden they turn around and they go, "Can you see the scar on my head?" Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have quite a big scar on my head here.
I was wondering where that came from.
So this is the story. When I was a kid, I used to like Zorro and the Lone Ranger. And my grandfather on my mum's side is a very talented carpenter. Mm-hmm. And he handcrafted me this beautiful rocking horse. And he even painted it up so it looked like it had a black and silver saddle. So it was the Lone Ranger's horse. Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Now, growing up in England, the cold weather there, we have radiators in the house. So a radiator is, like a metal, like the radiator out of a car. Mm-hmm. The hot water runs through it and it helps heat the house, but also, you lay clothes on it to dry and all that. So one morning I'm watching the Lone Ranger on TV and, hi-yo, silver, away. And I am like trying to get as far back in this rocking horse as possible. Like this. I can't get it up high enough. So 4-year-old Tony decides, well, if you grab hold of the window frame, I pull myself really far back. Hi-yo, silver, away!
Oh, no.
And I went straight over the front and headbutted the corner of the radiator.
So that's what happened.
Yep. Chipped my skull, cut my head open.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
Rocking horses are dangerous, kids.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and share my screen just so that you can see the ranking. Let me stop sharing this screen and I'll start sharing this screen. And we've got Untitled spreadsheet. It doesn't look pretty, guys, but it will serve purposes. So We are looking at our winner is Laserpants Ryan with where did it go? 2,270 points.
Yeah, I would just like to say that I got more than double the points of Tony Roberts.
Okay.
That's all.
But so there was no more bonus questions. Why didn't I get a bonus question?
Oh. Well, do you want to do bonus questions? Do you think you can take enough bonus questions to like?
Ryan, I will gamble 1,000 points with you right now.
You'd still lose, Tony.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not good at math. I said that in my documentary. So when this handsome young 5-year-old man ran away from home and he was sitting under that tree, what town was he in?
We started with an M. I don't know.
Moorhaven?
Moorhaven. Mm-hmm.
I listened to what you have to say. Ryan, I don't even remember what part of America you got lost in.
Where am I going to put that trophy?
What was the final tally? I don't see
the final tally here. Let me actually move it over so you can see it as well.
I know he jumped ahead heavy in the
he did. So
Jeopardy.
Ryan has 2,270. Matt's coming in second with 1,490. Tony with 1,120, and Sal with 900. Which is why I was like, "There's no point in me doing more bonus questions."
First of all, lower your voice. All right.
Yeah. So, wow. Well, let's check over here and just out of curiosity, see how much money we have raised for our amazing charity. We've raised $532.
Nice.
For Canines for Warriors. You guys are the best. That is awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Ryan, welcome to the winner's circle.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you your gold jacket.
Somebody donated $266 and kept it anonymous.
Wow. 266
Thank you,
anonymous. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very kind.
Now, I wonder if Laser Kid can sneak a look at Ryan's Google search history on his phone from the last couple of hours. Because I need that evidence.
I mean,
because he didn't know that a mouse was made of wood. What was the other nonsense? He didn't know
the
original roster of the Avengers, but he knew all that other stupid crap. I don't get it.
Well, I mean,
who are you?
He got 4 out of 5. That was pretty good.
I think the Macarena one is the one that blew my skirt up because it's like, wait,
your skirt
wait
up?
a minute.
Blew
my hair back.
That's all VH1 stuff behind the music.
No, okay, yeah.
I used to watch a lot of that.
Yeah,
that tracks.
Well, listen, thank you all so much for watching and donating, and thank you all to our players for playing. And Michael, did you have something you wanted to say?
2 Cents Toys video is coming up at 11.
2 Cents Toys. Yes, I don't have it up in front of me. I should have.
So
the schedule,
the collaboration of memories of Toys R Us. I'm really looking forward
yes,
to this one.
the Toys R Us is
I contributed. Laserpants contributed. Loads of people contributed.
Just under 30 minutes it'll be premiering. And then after that, World Class Bullshitters have at noon, they're having the superhero for the 90s, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers panel is coming up as well. So in about an hour and a half. So that's great.
Nice.
Thank you all. And be sure to keep watching all the different panels and chatting in the chats. And we will see you all soon.
Bye-bye.